Alright, I want to do a quick video on my breaker setup. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible, yet provide enough value to where you can understand it. I know a lot of people want to watch the ICT videos, which are very helpful. That's how I learned. I watched his videos. They're 30 minutes to 2 hours long at times. So I'm going to go over a few quick examples of the breaker setup and why I like it, when I trade it, how I trade it, all those things. Try and do it in under 10 minutes. So I'm going last week on the 17th price action. So I'll go over the weekly price action and the setups from last week. So it's not the best price action at all by any means, but there still are some good breaker setups. So this is the 1 minute chart. This is how I trade the breaker. I'm going to go over kind of time frame first and what I've found the most success with lately. The chart is moving extremely fast right now, and it's extremely volatile. So, like for example, this 1 minute candle, 677 down to 5. That's 100 points in 1 minute. That's really unheard of in my trading experience the last 3.5 years. That's ridiculous price movement. So with that, I have dropped down to lower time frames. You'd think it'd be the opposite. You'd think more movement, trade higher time frames. For me, if I go up in time frame, then my stop loss goes from anywhere from 20 to 30 points to 30 to 80 points or even 100 points. And so it makes it really difficult to trade effectively the way I like to trade. I'm more of a scalper. I'm not going to hold for half a day. I'm not going to hold for 8 hours. I'm going to hold for anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. I'm going to hold for 2 minutes to an hour, depending on the day, the trade, and all those things. So all that to say, this is the 1 minute time frame, and this is what I've been trading a lot lately, and I found a lot of success even with this crazy price action, up and down movement. And yeah, it's just been hard. We've got no clean direction on the daily chart. It's been very whipsaw back and forth, but there still are setups, and the way I trade makes it so much easier to capitalize even with crazy market conditions. So here I have mapped out the New York session kill zone, which is from, I'm going to write in here as well, it's from 9 a.m. to 10:30. So from 9 a.m. to 10:30, why does that look like that? Okay. Is when I like to enter my trades, and I found that this setup occurs most often and with the most success in this time frame. So right off the bat, you're eliminating so much time in the market that could cause you to do really dumb things. So you're only looking at the market from 9 to 10:30. Yes, I'm watching the market at open, seeing how we develop and all those things, but this is higher probability, waiting 30 minutes after the market opens, let it shake out, and wait for your trade setup. So with that being said, let's go over the breaker setup. The breaker setup, let's take all this off for a second. This is what I'm looking at when I'm trading. I'm looking at a blank chart, and I'm waiting for a internal high up here or low to get taken or swept for then a reversal. So what do we get here in this price action? We have an internal low here right at 9 a.m. We have a low here that we form. We trade up and back into the middle of the range. We come back down and sweep this low here. This is called our sell side liquidity. I have it mapped out there. I'm going to move this. So that's our sell side sweep. We sweep this level, we take out this low, and then we reverse from there. As soon as we get down here and we start to trade higher, I'm looking at the highest green candle right before the sharp move lower. So here's the move lower that takes out that sell side liquidity. Here's the green candle, the last green candle before that move. Map that out, draw it out. Now we wait for price to trade above it, then trade back down into it. So there's our entry right there. There's also just to make this an even better setup. Little fair value gap here. So not only do we have our breaker here, we have our fair value gap as well that we trade down into. So the entry would be here at 25,540. You could take profit off at this internal high up at 640. That's 100 points. That's more than enough. That's a massive move there. We end up running up higher here and then consolidating. So this is the breaker setup in short in the 9 to 1030 kill zone New York session. Sweep sell side, trade higher, trade above a breaker, trade back into it. There's an entry, trade higher. Also like this because we're below the opening price. We open here at 830, trade below opening price, and now we're trading back up into it. Again, this is choppy price action. This isn't the cleanest move ever, but it's still the breaker setup. So let's go on to the 18th, which is a Wednesday. There's actually no setup on the 18th, so we'll go on to the 19th here. Okay, 19th. Same idea. Really choppy session. Not much here, but we still have our kill zone here from 9 to 1030. Price opens at 830 here, and we just kind of chop around, but we do take out this internal sell side, and as soon as that happens, I'm waiting for a reversal. Once we start trading higher, I'm looking at the breaker candle, the last green candle right before the sharp move down that takes out liquidity. That's it. You see this move here, 1 2 3, nice wick below the sell side. We take out this nice sell side and start reversing. Draw out the breaker candle. Here's the entry. Once again, we have a nice fair value gap here for an entry. And look at that. Look where this wicks down as well. You could enter here, which would be the proper entry. But also, that's before 9 a.m. So if you're waiting until 9 a.m. to enter, which is here, this is the perfect entry. Dip down below, right into 50% of this breaker candle, or this breaker block here, and trade up higher. Entry around 860s, we run up to 960. That's 100 points. Again, not great price action. I could have cherry picked examples from a few months ago that are better examples, cleaner price action, higher time frame sweeps, but this just goes to show the setup still works even in choppier conditions with not favorable price action at all. And then 20th of Friday, I don't think we have anything on Friday. It just goes straight up. Market opens here, 9 o'clock. Here, yeah, there was news probably, and just chopping. So that's the breaker setup. That's all it is. It works both ways. You can do it in bearish price action as well. But these are two good bullish examples in under 10 minutes. I wanted to keep it quick, short and sweet. That's the setup. That's all it is, from 9 a.m. Central to 10:30 a.m. Central. That's the kill zone. You wait for a sweep. It can be internal. It can be external liquidity. You wait for a sweep, and then you locate the breaker candle off of that and enter. That's it. That's all I do. I do drop down into lower time frames for entries. I do scalp on trend days. Similarly, I'll make a video on that as well. But it's all within the framework of using a breaker. I'd say 95% of my trades are breaker trades. The other trades are some inversion fair value gap trades I'll do on a lower time frame, trending days, and I'll go over those as well. But this is the breaker video. I hope that clarifies some things, and I'll see you in the next one.